da da da. A-O-M-A.
And call you guys.
You ready? A country with an island vibe. I swear I had nice. And yeah, we just down all night. Mixing the 5-year caboose with eyes. So Tony got the whole place hype. And we celebrating life. Coffee in the morning, so we toast it. Say we just fine iron, but emotion. No, we ain't boasting. No. Oh no. I ain't going nowhere. I love this place. U-I-N-A. Oh no. Welcome to Moko Moko. Every country want friendship, like the village on the East Bank. But you can't hang if you ain't young. For my first interview, I tell Felice thanks. And I brought about my passport, they got a stamp. You can't dance abroad if you can't dance a yard. We gon' catch it when it's good, cause we say when it's hard. Not for them, live in country and people don't spend it long. Them under them is proud, not for them sell the land. For pay rent on another land. When Guyana got a lot of land, but they blame the government. But this nation got God cover us. Blessing on everyone, listen brother man. Put 2 and 2 together, don't listen to the one. Some of them just like alcohol, heap of stuff. Anywhere we go, we just run. Buy this is Jeep, City boy, yeah, we got the team with blood, so. Oh no, I ain't going nowhere. I love this place. G-Y-N-A. Oh no, welcome to Moko Moko. Oh yeah, oh. Yeah, a country with an island vibe. I swear I had eyes. And yeah, we just down all night. Making the 5-year caboose with eyes. So Tony got the whole place hype. And we celebrating life. Coffee in the morning, so we toast it. Say we just fine iron, but emotion. No, we ain't both.
All right. I know I gotta clear up the throat a little because it's action tonight. Anyway, a pleasant good night to each and every one that are locked in here on another episode of On Target. I should say a pleasant good night to everybody who's on target here tonight. I want to thank you so much for being here. And you know, the normal thing, guys, I will ask you to do is share the live. I'm live on all my pages. You can find me on Kevin Larma. You can find me on Comrade Kevin Larma. You can find me on Kevin Ian Larma. You can find me on Honorable Kevin Larma. You can find me on YouTube, Kevin Larma. And also, of course, I'm live on TikTok. So if you are prefer to, view it from the TikTok perspective, then you can go over there. The only advantage and disadvantages here is that on TikTok, the viewers there, or the viewers here on TikTok from Motherfucker Good Night, you guys wouldn't have access to the live clips that I will be showing in between and so on. But however, you will be engaged in the conversation. So whether you are tuned in from any one of my page on Facebook or on TikTok, I want to ask you to share the live. So a pleasant good night to those on TikTok as well. Let me see who I have on TikTok. I see I have what? Narinja. Good afternoon. Good night to you, sir. I see I have Ash and some other persons, and they're now locking in. So good night to you on TikTok as well, and good night to everyone here. So guys, I would always do the honorable thing and give a shout out to those that are present on my program here tonight. I see my one and always dedicated follower, Omar Sharif. Good night to you, Omar, and thank you for tuning in. I see I have Parisham Kishore. Good night to you. And let me see who else. And well, most of all, I have my good friend Marisha Al-Sami. Good night to you, Marisha. Vicky Danny Ram. Good night to you, my brother. Always there to give me a big up and a shout out, always with some words of encouragement. Thank you so much, Vicky. And most of all, I have my good friend Vorna De Silva. Good night to you, Vorna. I think, Vorna, you from Bartica, right? Always tuning from Bartica. Oh, you from Charity. Yeah, correction. Thank you so much, Vorna. Salim Mohammed, thank you for you. Thank you for tuning in as well, Salim. I have Faraz Bash. Good night to you. And most of all, my good friend, Rima Rohi Paul. Good night to you, Rima, and thank you for tuning in. I know Rima is all the way from Diamond. Rima, what's going on in your turf? Rima, the little stuff I can say it here publicly, the little stuff, your little friend Kim was so happy, and thank you so much. Beverly Marco, good night to you. Watching all the way from Trinidad. Oh, Beverly, you from Trinidad. All right, Beverly. So thank you for tuning in. And let me see who I have over on TikTok here. I see I have Diamond Alicia. Alicia Diamond, however, good night to you. And Alicia, thank you. And you can share the live as well. I encourage you to share the live. And thank you so much, guys. I can't find enough thank you to say. I have Hannah Mohammed, good night to you. And let us get straight into discussion. Well, guys, like I would have said, I have a very packed program tonight, and I have some very critical information that I want to share with you. And normally I do these things different, but I normally do these things one way, but I want to do it a bit different because I tend to forget sometime, right? I tend to forget sometimes. So if not, let me just give you some. Normally you do the announcement last, but I don't have to go how everybody go, right? I do it how I do it on my show, right? And it's not the wrong way, I guess. So the first thing I want to share with you here, I want to make some announcements tomorrow. And as you can see here, tomorrow, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali will be visiting the community of Friendship, and he will be there at 1500 hours. The venue, as you can see, the venue there, the venue's at the bottom. He will be there, and please ensure. Let me, guys, hold on. Let me just get this information correct because I want persons to have the accurate information, right? I don't want person to be misled. However, it's on the other phone. However, the president will be there in the community of Friendship. I will upload the information for you after the program, so please ensure you be there. Also, apart from Friendship, he will be in the community of Garden of Eden at 4:30, which is 16:30 hours. So he will be at Friendship, and then he will head out to Garden of Eden. So please come out in your numbers. And let me tell y'all something. Y'all know that the president is a man that's walk the walk, not talk the talk alone, right? And I like use this term now because my good friend Auntie Annette, they talking about, the PVP, there's only talk, they can't walk, they walk. These people got the audacity to open their mouth and talk about who do what and what they did. She boasting about 9 wells they APNU dig in 5 years in Region 9. And so far, the PVP would have already dug 43 wells in 4 years in the Region 9. And she boasting about 9. You understand? The fact is that, however you want to put it, yes, wells was dug. Okay, well, give credit for the 9 that you dig. All right, thank you so much for doing that. But then don't boast up and try to talk down the government, but what the government didn't do, and you only put 9 wells when the PVP would have dug 43 wells, right? How are you? You're from Region 5. Can you say who does the posting on the party's page? Sir, good night. I'm on my live now, please. I will message you after the program. Some people in your manners at all, they're messaging you, right? So anyway, guys, that's it. That's it for the updates. And I have one more. I must share this other one with you, right? Here you have, and this is coming from the Ministry of Education. And you can see there, it says that parents, please know the following. Application for the new admission to nursery school will commence on January the 13th, 2025 and concludes on March the 28th, 2025. Failure to register your child by March the 28th, 2025 will affect the receipt of the Because We Care cash grant, right? So guys, y'all got up to the 28th of March 2025, right? And that registration begins today. So please ensure that y'all get y'all nursery school children registered as early as possible so they can have access to the cash grant. And please, y'all don't be misguided by those detractors or whatever you call them of development. It's not that if you don't register your child, the government can take the money. You have to understand this thing is a process. You understand? And the government has to have certain information, or the ministry, for matter of fact, have to have certain information as early as possible so they can put these stuff together so that every child can have access to it. You're also required to produce the following documents to the head teacher of the school for verification. One, you have birth certificate. Two, immunization card. Three, proof of address, utility bill, bank statement, or TIN certificate. The children will be placed into school closest to their homes, parents' place of work, subject to the availability of space, right? So y'all don't go and abusing the teacher, forget a school that y'all want, right? The ministry will place your child or your children to the nearest school that you live. In my case, I have two going out on September, and they will be going to the closest school to our home, right? So please take note to that. Parents, please take note to that, and ensure that you don't be left out or your child don't be left out. Anyway, so that's it for now. Normally, we do the last, right? But I want to do it first because that's how we do it sometimes. Well, the first thing on the agenda tonight, right? The first thing on the agenda tonight, right? I want to put up this video, and I would like to have your honest opinion on it, right? I will share mine as well, but I want to have your honest opinion, right? So it's a bit lengthy, not too long again, right? But you need to see the entire video so you can have an input on this. So let me share this with you now.
Sorry for them.
So, guys, I want to hear your honest opinions on that video for persons who would have seen it before, or if this is the first time you would have seen it. Good night to you, Balaram Bhagwan Singh. And Balaram, I'm hoping and I'm praying that your son is doing well. I know you would have indicated to us that your son is um, where the massive fire is taking place. And I just pray and hope that he's well. Yes, so guys, I want to have your honest opinion on that video. All right? Well, by the time I'm waiting for the comments, let me share mine. I always say that the Guyana police force needs to upgrade themselves. And we have to understand, as citizens of this country, we have a responsibility, and I spoke about this last night. We also individually have a responsibility on how we carry ourselves in the public. Now, this video is a twofold thing. I'm going to deal with the police part first. I believe that the police are being trained, for a matter of fact, not I believe, it is factual, that the police are being trained to deal with situations like this. Right? And when we see things like this happen, especially in the public, sometimes I want to believe that the police are reckless. When I say reckless, yes, you are a human being. Yes, you have feelings. But you have to act more responsible, being cognizant of the fact that you live in a social world today. I call it a social world, but more so is a world of technology, where the smallest child have the access to the internet via a device, whether be it a cell phone or a tablet. And from the time people observe an argument, people will take out their phone. I tend to do it. You know, when I notice I pass somewhere and I see an argument or people getting heated and so on, I will take out my phone and put it on recording, because you never know how it turns. Right? And the purpose of that is that in the event that evidence is needed to justify you can help somebody. So the police have to understand you're acting in this manner, despite whatever he do or whatever he say or he acted, you have to still be wise enough to know how you address situation and how you deal with situation in the public. We know sometimes it can get really out of hand. We know sometimes the police may not be able enough to control their temper, especially dealing with a situation like this. But still, you have to understand that you have a duty to serve and protect. And you also have a duty to ensure that our community is peaceful and stable. So when you're going to act out like this, in that manner how you acted there, you know, I can see one police literally hides a man and shy him in the vehicle. Then I saw another one took a helmet and was lashing him. Then I saw another one was, I think, kicking him or something like that. I don't think it was that necessary at this point. That's just my opinion. But I wasn't there. I can be wrong. I wasn't there. Right? On the flip side of it, the public are also guilty of playing a part in these defaulters. Those are the persons who commit these crimes or these acts. And most of the time, people always there to pump them up. You know, to, hey, don't go in no vehicle, don't let the police do this, don't let the police do that. And in that manner now, they will resist arrest. right? They will resist arrest. And once you resist arrest, then you are now liable to an offense of which you will be charged and placed before the court. But some people resist the arrest to a point where they will assault the police officers. And like I said earlier, those police officers are technical human beings as well. And they have feelings as well. And they will act out as well. Because nobody not going to stand up and watch a man disrespecting them, disrespecting the police, pulling and tugging at the police uniform. That's an offense as well. It's an assault. And then you have to be very careful. Suppose a man snatch the police firearm and then start shooting wild. Right? So that's why I said, it's a twofold thing on both sides. And I personally don't agree with either side. What I know is that the police need to act more responsible. And as well, those civilians out there, you also play a major role in trying to find a way to eliminate crime. Or these kinds of reckless activities by these defaulters. So I wouldn't sit here to judge, but I just share my piece and my personal opinion. That is my personal opinion. So, guys, let us move forward. Now, the first thing I want to share with you, we know there's a lot of, bashing against the process of the cash grant distribution, bashing against the government of how it's been done and all these things. But before we go into a big discussion of that, I would just like to run this little clip for you.
I must say thanks very much for this little help that I got. Right now I need the glasses. I'm gonna get the glasses. I will have to save a little bit until I get the rest to do it. So I could afford to go and get it now.
First of all, it wasn't a bad initiative. I think it's gonna help a lot of people, including myself, a lot. Because, this is hard season, January month, so.
It's a very good initiative from the government to give us this token of 100,000 cash grant. And it's going to go, at least for me, towards my bills. And so I'm very thankful once again.
That's a very good initiative. Now, the thing of it, I've seen a lot of criticisms coming from, especially on the opposition side, as it relates to this 100,000 cash grant. Some persons might say, the process, it's too long, and the process is drawn out. And then the opposition, on the other hand, is peddling on their narrative in terms of, the government can give more than that. The government can give $1 million, like your friend Glenn Lal, and all these things that is peddling out there. But, when you look at that little clip and you listen to those persons, you can see how persons, or you can hear and feel how persons are being thankful, or how much that 100,000 will do for them. Look at that woman. She talks about that 100,000 will be helping her to get her spectacles, which is less than $100,000. She will have money remaining to do other stuff. Many persons are hoping that one day they could raise a quick 60,000 or 80,000 to go and buy spectacles, but they can't get it. But just look at this now. 100,000 come into your hand, just so, and quickly you can go and get it. You understand? I don't care what people say. It's just 100,000. What we can do with that? It can help a lot. It can help. It will help a lot of people. Listen to the guy. He said, this 100,000 helped me pay my bills. Sometimes the man is in arrears. You never know. So we have to understand that instead we criticize this. Look at the bigger picture of how many people will be benefiting in a positive way, how many people will benefit from this. Let us not criticize. It's not everything we have to make an issue about. There are some things we need to be thankful for. And I personally am thankful for it. I mean, I ain't get it as yet, but I'm thankful in advance. And I know many persons will be thankful for it as well. I must indicate as well that distribution of cash grant already started for the health workers in various parts of the country. So please ensure you get registered and ensure you pick up your check. Right? So I don't want to prolong this where people are complaining and have nothing positive to offer. Right? Let us be thankful for the little mercies until the big one comes. The president would have made it very clear that this is not a one-off thing. It's not a one-time thing. And more so, this will increase. Next time around, it will be more than 100,000. I guarantee you that. The next time, it will be more than 100,000. So, y'all don't get worked up over it. This is just the beginning. Right?
The Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit has made significant inroads against drug trafficking in 2024. A mammoth $5.6 billion in illicit drugs was seized and destroyed last year, shattering the criminal underworld. This amounts to 6,738 kilograms of illegal substances intercepted, in contrast to 1,363 kilograms in 2023. Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben made the disclosure during a press conference on Monday.
Cocaine was 5,094.67 kilograms, much of it the big boss in the Northwest, not too far from Matthews Ridge. And for cannabis, 1,643.45 kilograms.
Although Kanu achieved tremendous success, Minister Ben appealed for more international support.
The results so far we have seen arriving in the prisons, a number of persons who have been involved in relation to the question of cocaine and marijuana trafficking. I think a number of Brazilian pilots are in the facility. You may recall that we did seize or destroy a number of planes discovered between the police and the canoe, and that this is the question that we pose to our international partners too. How can they help us to work on issues of demand reduction?
A lot of them buy money getting caught. Anyway, the reason why I run that little clip as well is to bring you to some awareness, because we know y'all know a number of years one of the mantra that the APNU preaches is that the PPP is a drugs government and all kind of things, right? And as you can see through the Ministry of Home Affairs, I believe the Honorable Robeson Ben is doing a tremendous job in that ministry and ensuring that we have some sort of peace in our environment when it comes to this trafficking of drugs in Guyana. And we would have seen for the last 4 years, the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Guyana Police Force working together, and Canoe, not leaving out Canoe as well, in eliminating these illicit drugs that is being passing through Guyana or coming to Guyana or going out of Guyana, whatever, right? And it's been a long time. It's been a long time we haven't been hearing about this massive drugs and these things, and I must say thanks to the Minister of Home Affairs for his effort towards making this or making our country a peaceful place, because we all know what happens when drugs are trafficking in a country, right? So that is something good. That's good news, right? I was informed. For a matter of fact, um, I I was so happy this afternoon when I this clip was sent to me, when I see that well, for us, we had the back and forth with Annette, who was talking about these communities not having access to potable water or not proper water and all these things. Um, I would have seen yesterday the president was at Caledonia on the East Bank, Demerara, where over 40,000 residents now will be having access to potable water 24/7, nonstop. And, as you can recall, going through that area, passing to the East Bank, there was a massive infrastructure of installing those major pipelines and so on. So that facility there is nothing less than 700 million Guyana dollars. So I can run a little clip on that as well, so you can be updated on it. Let me just share this with you.
With part of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 6 being access to water for all, Guyana is ramping up its efforts in that arena. This led to the opening of a $700 million water treatment plant at Caledonia East Bank, Demerara. With a mammoth 14,000 persons receiving access to potable water 24/7, President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali himself commissioned the facility on Sunday.
So, when we came back into office in 2020, we came with a very clear vision, and that is how we can reduce the cost of water to the homes, how we can improve quality, how we can expand production, invest in the network, and give people a higher quality of water.
This is the first of 7 large water treatment plants commissioned. The PPPC government has ensured that treated water coverage is 98.3% through the country.
When I look at things like this, sometimes I just smile to myself. All right, I can't smile. I smile to myself because the kind of people that we have to deal with on the opposition side. With all these development that we are seeing in and around Guyana, in every administrative region of Guyana, every region of Guyana, you can travel right now and you will see some form of development happening there or already happened. And these people will still have the nerve, they will still have the gall, according to some people. They will still have the nerve to come on social platforms to say that the government is doing nothing for you. You understand? They will walk on a road that was never there before, that was done by this PPPC administration, and go and tell the people in the community or ask them what the government has done for you. This is the kind of belly these people got, right? These people ain't got no shame. And when you look at it, you've seen an entire community of over 40,000 people that now will be benefiting or will be having access to potable water for the very first time for 24/7s. You understand? So I don't understand. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to understand when these people is going to come on their social platform like Auntie Annette, and say that the government don't like you, the government is not doing anything for you. You know, this morning I did a little short video. And for persons in Linden, or persons who passing through Linden might know that road. That road there that is presently under construction. It's in the Nikadak area. That's a major, major road. That road helped to eliminate the congestion of traffic heading across to the Wisma area. Because vehicles are increasing in Linden. I guess for Christmas alone gone, must be over 200 vehicles come to Linden. Everybody buying a vehicle. And that road had been needed for a very long time. I remember myself, I had a personal conversation with the then Minister of Public Infrastructure, Mr. Patterson. And what he said to me, you know, today I really understand. Despite I'm wise enough, or was wise enough to understand, today I really understand where he was coming from. What the APNU was doing in government, they want to do something, or they were doing things to ensure that whatever they do, they must see the benefit of it. Meaning that if they're going to do something for a specific person or a group of people or a community, they want to ensure that these people are not just supporters, but 100% members of their party. And you would never find that happening. Of the majority of Guyanese, the voting population of Guyana, the voting population of Guyana that voted for the PPPC, I guarantee you more than 60% or even more of those persons are not card-bearing members of the People's Progressive Party. And also who are not supporters or members of the party at all. But the PPPC is doing work, or they're carrying out activities, development in every single community. They're not looking because, oh, I'm not going to build any road in Linden because Linden is a PNC stronghold. And when I addressed when I spoke to Mr. Patterson about that road, he clearly said to me that, look, first, that road wouldn't benefit the government in no way. There's one. And two, he said, I've been told that the entire Borbis River, Kokwani, Ituni, and Araima, and the Amerindian villages are PVP people. So we really got time with it right now. So in order for you to see development in your community under the coalition, your community had to be a voting or a card-bearing community of the PNC or the AFC or whosoever in the coalition. And that was so wrong. And that is one of the biggest mistakes that they made. That is why they are where they are today. Because they were not working in the interest of the people. They were not working in the interest of all Guyanese. They are working, or they were working in the interest of themselves. How they can benefit, how they can build a party. And that is why the coalition is in opposition today. Now, under this PPPC government, the same approach was made. And today, as of now that we speak, that particular road is presently under construction. Even before the crushing run there, that road is smooth. And in a very short period of time, that same road there will be a brand new paved road under the People's Progressive Party Civic in Region 10. The same region that the APNU said, oh, they love we, and they will do what and do what. They neglect us. But in this region, is the PPPC going in all corners that the PNC or the APNU would have neglected the people and fix it. And they ain't doing it for no political gains, because the PPP would have done it from the time they went into office in 2020 up to date. The PPP are working tirelessly in every single aspect of development in Region 10. Whether be it education, health, sports, infrastructure, you name it. This government is a government for Guyanese. And that is why the president came up with the idea of a one Guyana. Because he don't see color. He don't see party. Y'all could recall anytime, anybody here could recall any time that the president went to a community and he asked them, which party you just vote for? The man don't got time it up. The man has been constitutionally elected as the president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana to serve Guyana as our executive president, not to serve the PPP, not to serve Region 5, not to serve Region 1 or Region 2 or Region 9, but to serve Guyana. And we are seeing it every single day that he's delivering. We are seeing it that he's delivering. So I want to take this opportunity to send a special message to my Lindeners, to my Linden brothers and sisters. You could don't like the messenger, but at least listen to the message. At least listen to the message. The PPPC-led administration is a government for all Guyanese. And I could challenge anybody in Linden that we would have seen unprecedented growth and development in Linden, Region 10, excelled over 600%, far beyond what APNU would have done in 5 years. And I want to get something straight to many of you tonight. I don't want nobody to say that the PPPC had 5 years in government. Technically, I'm going to say that the PPPC only had 3 years in government. Only 3 years. The first 2 years, they had to deal with COVID. They had to deal with a broken system. The AP and UFC would have taken this country 10 steps backward. The PPP had to bring this country back on its foot and then move it forward. And they did that in 3 years. COVID shut down this entire country like around the world, but shut down this entire country for 2 years. All the government could have done it in that short time is try to get out some food hampers, try to get out some cash grants so it can keep us bubbling until the country is free up. And then the president decided, you know what? We have to move forward, get this country up and running. Next thing you know, what they have to do? They're going to start telling people, oh, the president and them take care of themselves. They went overseas and now they want to open the country and say everybody get COVID and die. Y'all remember that? That is the ignorance they went around preaching. But I know APNO would be happy if we had COVID so rampant for this whole 5 years. So they would have campaigned on, oh, what the government do for you for the 5 years? I personally are patiently waiting to see what is the manifesto of the coalition, if they're going to be a coalition, or I want to hear what they have to tell the people. I'm so excited in waiting to hear that. You know what? Because what can they tell the people? What can they compare from 2015 to 2020 and from 2020 to 2025? I want to see what the coalition can show us, show Guyanese what they did that was so impressive that we Guyanese benefit more than what the PPP would have done from 2020 to 2025. That is what I want to see. The coalition have nothing to campaign on. You know. I keep telling you all this. All the coalition has to campaign on, or for the matter of fact, what they will be doing, is character assassination. Trying to destroy this body and the body, and this is what they're going to do. Dig up something. If they can't dig up something, they're going to make up something. Well, for me personally, I don't care. They ain't got nothing for dig up about me. I'm 100% sure about that. I could more dig up things about them. That's why I know. But you see, I was taught in the PPPC that we don't do witch hunt and we don't go after people. Because the time you're going to take to be witch hunting people and attacking people and going after people, utilize your energy in a more positive way to develop yourself, develop your home, develop your community, develop your country, and make Guyana a better place. We ain't got the time to do what them got to do. They got time to sit down on Facebook in the entire day, create fake profile, and attack people. That's what the PNC does. But we don't do that. We are here to work and we are here to serve the people. And we will continue to do that.
Many community development initiatives are currently being implemented in Chinapao in Region 8. The remote Amerindian village is utilizing financial resources provided by the Ministry of Amerindian Affairs to construct critical infrastructure and create employment. The projects include an information and communication technology hub, an arts and craft center, a sewing center, and a pavilion and play field. Recently, Tushao Edward Magarel led the Minister of Amerindian Affairs, Pauline Sukai, on a tour to inspect the projects.
It's going to help a lot of our elders would be more in the arts and craft and the sewing center. The ICT will do a lot for our young people, like with all the complaints that we're getting, they're not getting to do their studies. I think that will help a lot. The playground, it's for everyone to come and
The $4 million playground and pavilion will serve as a recreational space for villagers. The $5 million sewing center will support families of school-age children and create another stream of income for some villagers. The $7 million guest house can accommodate up to 6 persons and continues to host visitors regularly.
Are you going to one Amerindian village and live? You know, y'all checking in the history of Guyana. The only government, the only people that has always embraced the Amerindian people of Guyana is the People's Progressive Party Civic. I traveled the length and breadth of Guyana in many Amerindian villages, and the older folks will tell you about the history of how they were treated under the Burnham government. They will tell you how their daughters and their wives was raped and taken away. It's a sad story to listen. And it can't be all these villages lying on the PNC. Everybody has something to tell you about how they were treated under the PNC government prior in 1992. The village of Chinapao in Region 8, over $14 million in development. And one of the things I would have admired is that the government is trying to find ways in connecting the Amerindian people with the entire country and around the world through the internet service, where our Amerindian brothers and sisters will have access to internet as well to do their online studies. And we're talking about proper internet. You understand? Proper internet. Apart from that $14 million, that village still have its low carbon development strategy fund, the LCDS funds, the carbon credit funds, for a matter of fact. And that's only one you've seen. In every single Amerindian village, and listen this again, in every single Amerindian village across Guyana, 253 Amerindian villages, I can assure you, are benefited from the carbon credit and other development from the government of Guyana. Yes, we know they're going to jump up and tell, oh, it's taxpayers' money. Yeah, we all know it's taxpayers' money. But you see, the problem is, it was the same taxpayers' money under the coalition. But who utilized it well? Who spent it where it needs to be spent? Who ensure that the people get the full benefit of it? It was the PPPC government, not the coalition for sure. So I'm really happy to see the government penetrating in these Amerindian villages to ensure that they benefit equally as every single Guyanese. It's not a one-sided thing. And that is why I continuously say that this is a government for all people. Feroz Wahid, my number is 611-0200. You can add me on WhatsApp. You could touch base with me after the program. 611-0200. My brothers and sisters, in closing, I want to let person know this is not anything about, oh, because who's PPP. This is about being conscious. This is about being real. This is about understanding the difference between truth and lies. This is about being conscious of what is before you and what was before you. And like I said the other night, with all these massive development and growth in Guyana, I want to see which sensible person is going to say that, you know what, the PPP do done for me, I'm going to vote up no. That's what I want to see. I really want to see that. Something definitely got wrong with you. Guys, I know that I promise you tomorrow, the Honorable Minister of Housing and Water, within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, were scheduled to be on my program tomorrow morning. However, that has been adjusted to Wednesday morning. And I want to encourage you to ensure that you tune in, because it will be a packed program. Get your book and your pen, grab down the information, and there's a lot more. There's a lot more to learn. So please ensure you tune in Wednesday morning from 9 to 10, and we will have a packed program for you. If nothing else, I want to say thank you so much. I didn't realize that the hour ran out so quick. Thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight. And I will ensure that tomorrow night I have something more for you. So with this being said, this is my time for tonight. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, and I'm out.
We are a peaceful people. Struggle is always struggle, and we don't look for trouble. just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Make no mistake, 'cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass.